The agenda today is basically just to tell you a little bit about where we're headed, and then to tell you how you can take advantage of it. Because we've really had some great success with increasing the traffic and the visibility to the website. So we want to make sure the website's the most up to date with your information and that you are using all the resources possible for that. So just real quick, once again, we're going to tell you a little bit about who we are, a little bit about Visit My Smokies, the goals we have, and the progress since we took over in October, and then an overview of kind of what we're doing, that strategy, and then how you can benefit, and then we'll have some questions and answers. But as we go through, if you have a question, feel free to stop in the middle of it so we don't have them all at the end. So I'm going to skip that part. So obviously everybody wants more business to their, more traffic to their website and more business. So this is a great resource because it's free to you. It's paid by the tax dollars, so you don't actually have to pay to be there. So as I said before, today's goal is to show you how you can grow your business and take advantage of this at no charge to you, because this is a free site and resource to most people. The qualifications, if you're not aware, is you have to have a property, being a cabin, a condo. It can't be a hotel in the county. There's also some campgrounds and some bed and breakfasts as well. If you're in the room and this is the first time you heard about it and you're not sure if you qualify, all you have to do is at the end we'll show you how to find out if you qualify if you're not. So a little bit about IMEG. We started in February. Well, in February 2009, I sold my IT company that was here and started Internet Marketing Expert Group. I'm going to jump through this because we have a lot to go over at the end. But basically, I want to develop a company with passion for results and ideas, attract a team of like-minded people, which some of those are here today. Some are like-minded, some are not. No, I'm just kidding. Build services and products to drive trackable results to organizations so that they can make solid marketing decisions by using fact-based data. The big thing that we come up with was a system that allows us to tell exact return on investment. We aren't capable yet to do that for Visit My Smokies, but it's still something that we think we'll be able to achieve one day, where we'll actually know the exact return on investment of what we're doing. We can do that for a lot of businesses, but because of we're actually passing business off from a third party, the tracking of it's a little complicated at this point. But that is actually, not saying it's going to happen, but it is a thought and something we're working on. In fact, we're going to be launching something with IMEG here in the next probably month or so that is a big game changer, especially if you're in the lodging area of things. Rich could help with this. So IMEG's located here in Sevier County. We did about $2.5 million in revenue in Sevier County alone. We're located in 3 other markets, and we have an average growth of 178%. We have over 40 tourism clients in this market. So a lot of people have asked, I'll go ahead and address that, how have you gotten such crazy results for Visit My Smokies? And it's really just the experience and the strategy we use. We know a lot about buy behavior, what people want, what people do. We listen. In fact, Alicia here can vouch for some of that. We listened to over 300,000 phone calls in the past since we started doing our call tracking stuff. So we know buy behavior very, very well. And a lot of that data is captured, harvested, and if you're familiar with big data, that's kind of where we're headed with that. And it's tied in with a bunch of other stuff that really tell us buy behavior and what is working and what's not. So why IMEG was started was believe in challenging people to think differently about how they grow their business. And that's one of the reasons why we have different results, is because we think a little differently than, at least we try to in a lot of areas. We make solid marketing decisions based on fact-based data. What was kind of disappointing to me was, and how I got into the marketing side of this in this market was clients would always say, if I just knew what was working and what's not, the old thing that was coined back in the 60s, half of marketing is working, half of it's not. The problem is I don't know what half, so I continue to do all of it. So we have had the ability to change that. So everything we do is based on facts, not emotions, and what we think is working. So here today, just so you know, because these are some of the people that are working on this project, the account manager is Jay Bowling. If you'll kind of raise your hand or whatever, or choke yourself. Which Alicia Holloway here, she or Elisa in this because it's misspelled. She does some of the management on the website. Brittany's the designer of the new site, which you'll see here before the end. Brian Greer, who's back recording this, he's doing SEO, but right now he's a camera. And then we've got Brad Lovett. He does social media and some strategy on that. Jason West, who's the CFO of IMEG, and then Samantha Bradley, who does some of the accounting, is here. So if you have any questions about like some social media stuff or whatever, you can pick those, or SEO, you can talk to them. They're here. So Visit My Smokies was started in mid-2009 with the objective to drive new and increased visitation and frequency to lodging in Sevier County, which is obviously outside the city limits, because all the cabin companies and such had ways to grow their business through My Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg.com, but the county properties did not. So that was the objective of it. Since the launch in mid-2009, over 1.25 million unique visitors and growing by an average of over 120% per month. There's an email database been accumulated of about 65,000 people and over 100,000 Facebook fans, and growing by over 55% per month. You'll see some charts on that here in just a little bit. So we became the agency of record partially in September and officially in October of 2012. And this is kind of the results since that. You'll see on the, that is 2012 versus 2013, which if you all received the letter, that this information, although we've updated it with January and February since then. So 120% growth, up 53, 126. And these are all unique visitors, which we'll talk about. You know, unique visitors are great, but what are they doing? We'll go into that. And this slide will be available if anybody wants this information. But the page views, this is 2011, 2012. So the objective and one of our goals is to not only drive more traffic, but have them stay on the website longer and look at more stuff. Because the longer they're on the website, the more they'll click through to the partners and the more opportunity to book county properties to drive more tax revenue to the county, as well as more revenue to your business. So organic search has been doing really well. That's one of our focus areas because we consider that not free traffic, but it's not the drug of pay-per-click where once it's gone, you have to fix the addiction by doing it again. So organic traffic has doubled, which obviously SEO is a long-term strategy. So we really anticipate that going even better. There's a very aggressive content marketing strategy behind it that is driving that. Now, one thing that we'll talk about, because I don't want anybody to be delusioned by it, traffic is up 2 to 3 times per, but some of that traffic is much more long tail stuff, which at this moment does not drive direct traffic to the partners, but it does get them on the website and get them used to the Visit My Smokies brand. But if someone's come to look for a coupon for Ripley's, they're going to get that coupon, realize Visit My Smokies has added value to them, and hopefully come back and look for lodging next time. Plus, we've gathered some data from them to remarket to them, but that didn't at that moment drive traffic in the past 2 or 3 months to a partner. So traffic to the partners are up for sure. I'll show that here in a little bit, but it's not 2 to 3 times. And some people, most people, probably about 80% of people have seen a significant increase to it. Some have seen a decline, and I'll explain how you can fix that and why that is as well. So we're doing aggressive social media strategy. That includes Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, Google+, YouTube, and Twitter. Rich, you'll see some reports on that here in just a little bit. As I said before, aggressive organic search engine optimization, email marketing, monthly press release picked up by major national sources online. Search engine marketing, which would be pay-per-click. We're doing AdWords, Bing, and Google Content Network, and a couple thousand other sites that we're advertising on. The affiliate network, which is a breakdown of about, I think, 15 sites in the affiliate network. Print media, which is Tennessee Vacation Guide, Smoky Mountain Navigator, and a couple of others. There's a new site design coming up, which you'll get a preview here in just a little bit, and an overhaul of the iPhone and Android application is in progress. This is kind of a touchy subject, but it is what it is. We are really direct competitors with Gatlinburg.com and MyPigeonForge.com because we're going after the same market of new and frequency, and we're trying to drive them to the county, and they're trying to drive them to the city. So they're really the competitors. So they have a lot larger budget, but our goal was to actually beat them. in traffic, and we're getting close on them. We actually did beat them. Well, My Pigeon Forge, not Gatlinburg. We beat them out in October, and we're getting closer, as you can see in the chart there, of getting much closer to their level of traffic. So this is actually comes from Compete. So the numbers are relative, but not exact, but they are relative. So because obviously we don't have access to their analytics, but this is the closest thing we can get. Then unique visitor growth. Actually, I'm going to skip that one. We were being dominated by the social media side. Since the takeover in October, we're slowly gaining on them in the social media space. For the branding purpose, as well as some retargeting and getting some data from the people that come to the area. Page views are up 284%, and pages per visit are up 15%. Search engine traffic up 819%. Facebook fans 341. Yeah, that's actually good. Visit My Smokies up 80% in the past 3 months. Gatlinburg was up 4. My Pigeon Forge was up 8.1. Twitter, we've been really aggressive with that. We're actually doing a listening campaign where anybody who says anything about Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, Smoky Mountains, if there's anything we can help them, they may just say, hey, what's a great place to eat? We engage, non-salesy, and just say, here's some great ideas. We might have a blog post about it. If it's not on our website, we'll direct them in the way. Just more of a, when people ask a question, we try to help them. So they'll remember, visit My Smokies and come back. So there's a big listening strategy going on with that. And then the new website, which I'm going to do. So the new website has a fresh design, improved data listing. It is responsive, so it'll be extremely mobile friendly and improved usability, and it has some new features into it, which I'm going to switch over to that now. So the current website, so this is the current website. It is updated to spring, but the new layout is this. And then there's 5 themes or 6 themes, something like that. So every city, right now the whole website basically has the same theme. We wanted, so when they come there, it actually sells the area. So this is the homepage design. Rich, if you go to vms.imegonline.com, you can look at yourself. Just know it's in development. This is the new blog layout. Rich, we actually call it Insider's View. Okay, the Pigeon Forge section looks like this, and this will be updated by seasons as well, so it's winter, it's spring, all that. This is the new Sevierville layout. This is the Smoky Mountain layout, and then this one is the Gatlinburg layout. So for those of you that don't know about responsive, little quick demo. Usually a website, notice this one when I scroll in. So a mobile device, you now have a right-left scroll and you can't really see what's going on. But if I switch over to responsive design, which that's not it. Here we go. Notice that the website will change as the screen resolution changes, whether it be mobile device or whatever, automatically. So it's completely mobile friendly. So that'll be launched, which will help with some increase in conversion and click through to partners on that. Then the other thing is we're doing a pretty aggressive content strategy on the blog side. So if anybody has a business that's non-lodging related who has something interesting that you'd like us to write about, we'd love ideas because we do a lot of these. So new ideas is always good because we do a lot of this. So we would love help with ideas. So the other thing we're doing is there's a video series that we started. Another way to add value to the partners so they would share the Visit My Smokies information, but also add value to them, is we did a weather. Weather is a pretty sought after search term for the area, but it's always the same thing where it's the same information you could get on the Weather Channel or anywhere else. So we actually have a guy who does a forecast specifically for this area on Mondays and Fridays. So we're going to watch the most recent one here, but it's specific to this area. So if you all ever want to use this in your social media or whatever to share, to give your people the most recent weather, it would be great for not only them, but for us. And we also, these are longer videos, so I'm not going to spend a ton of time on them, but we have an Insider's View series somewhere. where we're not only showing like, hey, well, what is it Ripley's, but we get special access to places.
You can get the other playlist. You're on the weather playlist.
Okay. I'm new here. Here we go. So Insider's View, we've only done 3 of these. We did Sugarland Cellars in Gatlinburg, Country Tonight, and Ripley's Aquarium. But basically, we get backstage, so it adds a little bit more than just a video of Country Tonight, which I'm going to show there. It's a little plug for Jeff. You can thank me later. So that video's had over 14,000 views in just about 3 months. So those are going well. We're launching generally one, on average, about one of those a month. All right, to get involved, all you have to do is go to visitmysmokies.com/partners. And from there, actually, I guess I could show you since I'm going to switch back and forth anyway. You can ask us a question. You can update your listings, add a coupon, update, add listing, contact support right there. Just go to /partners. We did a huge, massive cleanup. We did something like over 1,100 changes to the website, just cleaning up where like some of the properties weren't up to date, so you'd link to them and they weren't there anymore. They had lost them off the program or whatever had happened. So we cleaned all those up. You can have, and correct me if I'm wrong, you can have up to 9 properties that you have in the county. So you may have had 9 before, but you've lost 4 of those properties. Now you have 5. You're going to get less traffic because now you only have 5 instead of 9. So make sure that's up to date. So you can go there, add, update, look at your listings and see, because we may have deleted those because we are automatically, if a link gets broken, it's gone. So the other thing is be sure we have your correct contact information, because before removing one of those links, we'll try to contact you, but if the contact information is wrong, we are estimating that we only have accurate contact information for about 40 to 50% of the people. So be sure that's up to date first. Second thing is make sure you have the maximum amount of properties you can have. The sort function, when you look at a cabin, is now completely random. So before it was a different type of randomization. So you may have gotten a lot more traffic, but now that it's completely random, you have gotten less. So the way you can, there's 2 ways to compensate for that, because now it's 100% random. Is you will want to make sure that you have up to 9 properties if you have them in the county. And another thing is, once again, remember the biggest growth that we had was in coupons. So there's a coupon for lodging, which I'm getting there. So be sure you have this. You can have 1 coupon per month. Now you can have multiple offers in that same month, but you'll only be listed 1 time. I think a month or so ago, if you had 5 offers in a month, you took up 5 different spots, but now you just take up 1 with those 5 offers. So that's another change recently too. So with the coupon section, over 20, 30,000 people a month averagely go to that page. So that is a way to increase exposure as well. So, and then also, if you do all that and your traffic is still not the same as it was, then do let us know, because there may be something else. For example, Ted was getting less traffic, and he's on the committee, and one of the issues was he had a listing under, what was it, T something investments, which was his, so he actually looked like an investment company because of his name, so people weren't clicking on it. So hopefully we've got that fixed now. So so there's all kinds of other little things that are isolated like that during the cleanup that could have happened, and things we can do to help you, like we could consult with you on, maybe there's an issue with the photos, you could use better photos, you could do those kind of things to help make sure you get the most out of it. But the 2 biggest things is make sure you have the maximum amount of properties you can get, make sure it's up to date and accurate, and then also make sure that if you have any coupons or offers to add to the website, that you do that through there. Now, there's no login to manage. That all comes in, and we do it because we want to maintain the quality control. Because before, I think when people were updating listings, they would leave stuff out so it wouldn't show up in search, and then they wouldn't know. The logo was too big, the logo was too small, those kind of things. So as those come in, we may follow back up with you and say, hey, can we get a larger logo to make that go live, those kind of things.
Yes.
You will also get another email coming up within the next week or so, as well as another letter being directly sent. So if you would, be sure, if you want to wait on that information, that's fine, but be sure we have your proper contact information as soon as possible, because we had quite a few letters returned, correct?
Should we have them contact Angela or White Goods? Or just us?
Just us, and we can update her database, yeah.
Yeah, because literally, I believe there were. Literally, I believe there were about 400 letters that went out.
380 something, yeah.
380 something, and I think there were only about 190 email addresses for this. So please, if you're getting the letter and not getting the emails, contact IMEG immediately.
And we will send emails way more frequent than letters.
Right.
So be sure your email's in there. Yeah, because we had like half email addresses, the rest were old letters. So thank you all very much.